So teen snipe, right? Like what? Like after all of this, you're going back to that,
right? Because that was already a failed meme from the live stream that they did like a week or two ago.
But like, even the whole situation is like, bro, he fucked the bitch when she was 19. He found out she was young, said no. Fucked her when I don't know what age, but when she was grown. It didn't matter. Right. You get what I'm saying? You're doubling back, and your brother got a weird case.
And Trell was on the private jet with Kylie Jenner when she was underage, which let's not even get into that.
Glass doors. It's like, hey, you my boy.
He told her to make it nasty. You see that clip? He wasn't talking about Mark. Anyway, that shit, yeah. I mean, that shit just like a dead meme at this point. If anything, honestly, like I would really thank them for censoring that because it's so obvious that they don't believe that shit about me and that they don't have any kind of like insider information. They were around me every day for 3 years.
That's what I was going to say.
They didn't see nothing. What did you see while you were here? That's what I want to know. Because if there's anything weird that was going on with me at all, they were around and they should know all kinds of shit. It's the same thing with Yuri and Riley.
Brothers pull up and just me.
They love to say that shit too. But it's like, you were here for 4 years. Yuri, you were here for 10 years, 8 years, whatever it was. Like the fact that they don't have any information, it makes that shit look like such an obvious joke that I really want to actually thank them for censoring that in the beef. Because to me, that is such a dead route for them to go.
Yeah.
And I think the
producer snapped though.
The thing they fucked up is that ours was funny, lighthearted, and they just got a few bars here and there, and it was still way more devastating to them than them making an entire song about me. Like when I heard their song, I was like, oh, I absolutely do not have to respond to that.
Yeah, for what?
There's no reason for me to respond. There's nothing in that did any kind of damage. Meanwhile, like, there's a lot of stuff I said that they really are going to want to respond to afterwards. So it's going to be this one-sided thing where they're probably going to have to drop like a bunch more diss tracks. And I personally don't really feel like I have anything to do.
Well, look, my initial response was going to be, I was going to pretend that I didn't even know that it happened. I was going to play dumb. But no, I listened to the shit, and I'll tell you this. Strategy-wise, hats off. Salute, guys. Very well executed strategy-wise as far as...
If you wanted to get a view.
You didn't even allow us to have 2 hours of glory. Yeah. You feel me? You were already ready with the response. You know what they did? They didn't stream snipe us. They snipered us. They cipher sniped us.
That was the only way.
That's what I was thinking too.
They sniped us.
They knew, like, imagine what that would have done views-wise if they had just dropped it independently of this.
Yeah, that's the only way it was going to work.
It's the same thing that they did to Kai. They had to snipe the cipher. So now, okay, I get what you were saying.
They sniped us. Yeah, they cipher sniped us.
Wait, what'd they do to Kai?
They pulled up while he was on stream and like tried to like get in the background of his stream.
You petty at him.
Even when they didn't know him.
Oh, you talking about in the store that day?
No, I just want to like draw attention to something. Is that see this right here? 10K views. This is AD's most recent music video, Mr. Mushy Me. 10K views. This is how much they care about you and this other guy combined when you're not talking about me. 10 days, 10K views. That's a sad situation right there. And like you did this for your sponsor. They paid for this. They paid for you to get 10K views in 10 days. Again, this is how many views you do when you're not talking about me. Now, I am a strong believer that they purchase views as well because I think like multiple people, we saw the view count explode from like, it was at like 5K, like 2 hours after the shit came out. And then all of a sudden, but it had way too many likes already.
Yeah, it was 1,700 likes when they had 2,000 views.
And then all of a sudden the shit blows to like 30, 40K.
1,700.
Because they were not going to take the L that was coming their way, which is, I think our shit literally would have had like 5 times as many views. They weren't going to let that happen. And I've seen AD buy views on his channel as well. So like this is actually turning into an expensive proposition for them.
Hey, whatever you got to do to keep up with the Joneses, I get it. But
well, that's AD's nickname, Mr. Mushy Me. Didn't you say that?
Well, yeah, he's got erectile dysfunction. That's why they've been calling him Mr. Mushy.
Mushy Ed. Mushy ED.
Here's the here's the thing though. Like I said,
you fucked up going against us, bro. You got to take this ass whooping.
Yeah.
Look, I'm being objective here from a battle rap standpoint. Like I said, the strategy, A+. Execution, C-D, and that's like being generous, fool. Like that's
D's nuts.
yeah. And here's the thing, like AD, you're a really good rapper in the element of being able to stay on beat. You have a commanding presence, but the reason why you never like traverse the next level of success is because there's no intangible exciting thing about you, like other than you're just like a cool regular dude that has decent bars. There's nothing exceptional. There's never been a moment where I was like, wow, he really did that. That shit was crazy. And that verse is like the textbook example. In fact, it's crazy when you had the diss track against me, there's a lot more punchlines. I'm not gonna say you didn't fucking write that verse, but it's a disproportionate skill level in what you came at me with and this. Like, where were the punchlines? I didn't hear a single punchline. And like you said, this shit wasn't a fun record. It's like you were talking about your ex-girlfriend.
He was hurt.
Like,
that's what I said. It was a side of I'm hurt.
AD's playing like amateur psychologist in the video, and that's just like not memorable or funny. Like, I honestly feel like almost every bar in mine is being like repeated. I'm getting DMs back to back to back of people just saying the things that I said in my verse over and over. Yeah. Meanwhile, I don't think I could name a single bar from theirs besides the realization that AD thinks that Canada is in America. He said, you flew across the country to see a Canadian. That's a direct quote. That crosses country lines, you dumb fuck.
Yeah.
That was kind of amazing. I'm like, oh, so you haven't left the country too much.
At least he didn't say overseas, because Canada's technically not overseas.
Honestly, Pun probably made him change it. He probably said that at first.
Your most memorable bar.
I used to beat off in a tube sock.
They telling you that?
There's just so many little nuggets.
Day one over Bussy is everywhere.
Because that's where I showed my soft side. I showed that I'm a real person.
Yeah.
Can we put the AC on? That thing is, I'm fucking hot as shit in here.
Wait.
Give a fuck about us.
Who beat up in a tube sock?
Me. Who has
a kid?
Off in a tube sock?
Oh, I thought you were talking about you, right? Because like there was like some rumor that he remember like the lemon or the orange in like the classroom.
Who, Yuri?
Yeah, right.
Yuri used to fuck oranges for sure, but
okay, no, that's crazy.
No,
he's an orange fucker. Back on.
I'm gonna be real with you. I probably beat off in a tube sock like 3 times in my life, and that was because I was young and I heard about people having jizz socks, and I decided to give it a try. But in reality, it's like you got to find a spot to put that in your room. Mm-hmm. I had a homie. I never got caught with it.
Stiff corner, stiff.
Exactly. I had a homie who got caught with a jizz sock 2 times. Really? Same jizz sock. His mom found it, told him to stop doing it. He kept doing it. He found it again.
And then she made him wear it to the first day.
Like, stop going to work. Like, how are you telling me to stop jacking off? I need this.
That's insane.
But by the way, we're not done making fun of this horrible ass song yet. like, come on.
I beat off at the tube stop probably like every visiting from 2018 till I came home. Every time I was at the window at a visit, I was jacking off in the tube stop.
Really?
It's like a Fifi alternative.
Yeah, that's fire.
Yeah, I make my girl.
I didn't even know that. Here, take this.
Skipper. No, you can't. It's through the glass, so it's like phone sex, but you can see it.
Oh, wow.
And it's like if she wears the right thing, you can see the pussy. So I'm
window love.
No, that's crazy.
I believe in myself so much more as a rapper after this exchange, because I just like realized that when it comes to rapping, like, all right, my flow clearly needs work.
No, it doesn't.
But I have a lot of funny fucking things and intelligent things and like just witty things that I could put into lyrics. And I feel like this whole exchange has like motivated me. You know what was a crazy moment for me? Was having multiple different label people reach out to me and really trying to figure out like where I'm at, if I plan on dropping more music, etc., because they want to go into the business of Big 22, which, keep in mind,
do it.
AD has been struggling trying to sign a $10,000 record deal for the past 10 years.
Yeah.
Never got a hint of interest. And meanwhile, I put out one verse and I've got a flood of interest. So I can understand why AD is so hurt over this and why he's so blatantly in his feelings, but yeah, it seems that I have risen to the top of the music industry and reached new heights that AD was never able to. And I understand why they're buying fake views on this cypher, on their song, because after the devastating L that they took by having their entire cross-country tour canceled, it would have been too much optically for them to handle, to take such devastating L's in a row. Now, I feel like regardless of them buying the fake views, it's still a devastating L for them to have the drop, to get to go second. Normally getting to go second is such a huge advantage.
Yeah.
But the outsized amount of attention that our shit is getting versus theirs is like astonishing.
I was just hoping it would have been a little stronger, so there could have been more of a back and forth in that regard.
Well, hey, look, Skinny for the 9.
Yeah.
They dropping something.
Check this out, bro.
Who cares?
Check this out.
When's
bro.
the last time you listened to Skinny from the
Hey.
9?